Hello, my name is Kylie Donaldson, and I'm going to be talking about my experience with competitive swim over the past 10 years. When I was a kid, I was pretty overweight and I was very unathletic. I struggled a lot in PE class as a kid. I always got negative comments from my gym teachers about being unathletic and unmotivated and not wanting to exercise. Because of this, my parents wanted me to try something active, so I tried out for my town swim team. Once I started swimming, I ended up making a lot of friends and finding a lot of confidence. And as I kept training and doing something that I loved, I was getting faster and better at swimming. And as I got faster, bigger, and stronger, I kind of outgrew the team and I ended up switching to a faster team. So once I switched, this is when my outlook on swimming started to change. The girls on the team were very toxic and it was very hard to become friends with them. Like when I was younger, I was in the slower group at first, and as I grew and got faster from the intense training at the new team, I ended up moving up to the group of girls that I really wanted to be friends with because they were all very fast, they were very thin, and I so badly wanted to be a part of that group. And once I started doing relay teams with them, they told me that they didn't want to eat sugar anymore. So they all cut sugar out of their diet. So of course I followed them. And then that's when families started to realize that the new swim environment I had joined wasn't healthy. Because of this, I began to be very hard on myself for my times and my places. Like when I was younger, I would take time off quicker, but as I was getting faster, it was harder to take time off of my races. So maybe I would drop half a second or less, or sometimes I would add if I wasn't having a great day. And then every time I added, I was getting very angry at myself, didn't want to talk to anybody, very upset. And then I would just beat myself up, be in a terrible mood about it all day, and my confidence started plummeting. I thought that if I was as thin as the other girls, or if I worked harder, I would have been faster. So I started overworking myself, exercising too much, not eating enough. Even when I did well and I dropped time, I would be angry because I should have done better and I should have dropped more time, which thinking back on that makes me very sad because I was trying really hard. Once the coach from that team, I was close with the coach from the new team, but he moved teams because he didn't like the team environment either. So when he switched to start his own team, me and a few of my friends joined him. And at that point, my swimming outlook became better. I learned how to be motivated without putting myself down. I didn't compare myself to the other girls. I was learning how to train together and be happy for them when they did well, but understand when I didn't. I started to love swimming again when I started swimming for my high school team. I wasn't training at home because I went to boarding school, so I went to my high school. I did training with them every weekday and then had a meet every weekend, which was honestly a very exciting way to show my school spirit because I've never been the school spirit type as a kid, but this showed me that school spirit can be really fun and you can get really close with your team through making posters, cheering for each other. It was a really positive environment. After swimming in high school, I ended up getting recruited to swim at Skidmore College in 2023. My experience there wasn't what I expected it to be when I got there. The training was great. I loved the coach and I was really excited, but then realized I didn't click with anybody on the swim team. I wasn't friends with any of them. I didn't really have anything in common with them, and swimming became a lot less fun when I realized I didn't have friends to share it with. After other complications at that college, I ended up having to come home, and then I started enrolling at GCC, which I've been much happier here. I've still been doing swim training lately, but I don't train for a team and I don't compete anymore, just because after going to Skidmore, I started being very hard on myself in the pool again and realized that maybe competing isn't for me and that I should do swimming as something I love and something I enjoy. This experience really just taught me that not everything has to be so serious. When I was a child, I felt everything had to be serious. I had to be good at everything. I was very insecure about not being good at things or not being the top. But now I realize that that's not what's important in life, and what's important is to do things that you love and do exercise to keep yourself healthy, but not overwork yourself to the point of being sick and being so exhausted that you can't focus on school. So I still train. I don't compete. Sometimes I do open water, which is pretty fun. I don't have a set schedule. I train when I feel like it and when it works for me, when I feel like I really just need to get in the pool and forget about everything else. It's not certain, but I may start coaching in the fall for my childhood team, which would be a really amazing full circle moment, getting to help young kids that were in the same position as me and making sure there's a great environment for them to do a sport that they love. And finally, making peace with swim and making peace with myself was the best thing I could have done for my mental health. Finding balance in life is very important, I've found, and accepting that it's okay to do things for fun is very important. Not everything has to be serious. Thank you.